Hello viewers, welcome to our YouTube channel, Doki the Humanitarian. I'm your host, Dorcas Amam Ejewam, a student, a brand influencer, an actress, and an international social worker. On this channel, we'll be learning, discussing, and highlighting on issues revolving around persons with disabilities and persons with dwarfism. We'll also be interviewing people from different nationalities and collating their views, ideas, or perspectives on issues revolving around persons with disabilities and persons with dwarfism in their respective countries. We'll be doing documentaries, showing short videos, going onto the field to collect data, and presenting all data here. You have any case you want us to take on, or you have a project you want to collaborate with us to execute, as far as it is within our target groups, we are always open for it. Disability is no inability, and short stature is no short brain. Hello viewers, welcome to our YouTube channel, Doki the Humanitarian. I'm your host, Dorcas Ama Ejewa, a student, an actress, a brand influencer, and an international social worker. On this episode, we will learn a lot about dwarfism. What causes dwarfism? Types of dwarfism? And one dominant symptom of dwarfism called achondroplasia. Yes, I'm sure most people don't know about achondroplasia. So follow us, click on your notification button, subscribe, and keep on learning about causes of dwarfism, types of dwarfism, and fun facts about achondroplasia. What is dwarfism? Dwarfism, also known as short stature, is a condition characterized by having a below average height. People with dwarfism have a height of lower than, let's say, 4 feet 10 inches, which is approximately 147 centimeters as adults, which is significantly shorter than the average height of adults in the general population. So this means that for a person to be, for someone to qualify to be a person of short stature or to be called as a little person, then this person is below 147 centimeters. That is one fact about dwarfism. Now, someone being a dwarfism doesn't mean that the person is from a family of little persons. No, a person with dwarfism can be born by two average height parents. I repeat, a person with dwarfism can be born by or to two average height parents. So yes, two tall people can give birth to a child with dwarfism. That doesn't mean they are dwarfs or they are persons of short stature. That is why they've given birth to a person with dwarfism. Because, dwarfism can be genetic or non-genetic. And we will learn about all those ones. So now, let's continue and dive more into what dwarfism is. Dwarfism can be caused by a variety of genetic and non-genetic factors. As I said earlier on, it can be genetic or non-genetic. Genetic in the sense that it can be hereditary. Yes, it can be. You can inherit it. So maybe a person with dwarfism which is a father to maybe a wife who is average height, they can definitely give birth to a child who has dwarfism. Yes, that is possible, but it's not all the cases that persons with dwarfism maybe inherit the form of dwarfism from their parents. The most common form of dwarfism is called achondroplasia, and this is very dominant. When we discuss about dwarfism, achondroplasia is the most dominant symptom of dwarfism. Achondroplasia, this one is a genetic mutation that affects the development of the bones. So when we talk about achondroplasia, that one is genetic. So let's say your father or mother has achondroplasia. When they give birth to you, it is likely you will also have achondroplasia. So in that case, such parents should be able to maybe go for surgeries as soon as possible, like immediately after childbirth. That child should be thoroughly checked to see if the child has any form of achondroplasia or pseudo achondroplasia or something. Yes, that one helps a lot, because the earlier the better. Yes, that's what I was saying. The earlier the better. If you wait for that child to be grown, lengthening the limbs is very, will I say, very painful. It's not so easy. Doing surgeries, going for surgeries here and there, it's not easy. But when the child is still young, in the early months, it's still cartilage, not yet bones. So those lengths or limbs or the torso can easily be lengthened, and that child will grow up not so little, even though that child will not be very tall, but then that child will not be so little. Yes. So other forms of dwarfism can be caused by genetic conditions such as Turner syndrome, not only achondroplasia. So dwarfism can also be caused by Turner syndrome, Noonan syndrome, and osteogenesis imperfecta. It is important to note that having dwarfism does not necessarily mean a person has other health problems or disabilities. Most people think short stature means dwarfism, or the moment you are a little person, it means you are disabled. No, a person with dwarfism is not always a person with disability, especially when that person don't have achondroplasia. If the person has achondroplasia, that is where most of the predicaments comes in. So maybe if the person has achondroplasia, you now see the person has an oversized head, you see the limbs are very short, and the torso as well. In that case, yes, there can be problems when it comes to movement. So that person will need help when it comes to movement. That person will need help when it comes to accessing some structures in the community. For example, the school buildings, accessing automated teller machines can be difficult to such people. Now, people with dwarfism can live healthy, productive lives and have careers, families, and other meaningful relationships, leading to successful marriages. I said earlier on our previous video that disability is not inability, and short stature is not short brain. So the fact that somebody is a little person doesn't mean their brain or their intellectual is as short as they are. Let me just put it as simple as that. Short stature is not intellectual disability. Please, let's get this correct. Somebody can be very short but very fast when it comes to articulating academic knowledge, and the knowledge about other stuff, not even only academics. They have a lot of talents. The fact that you are of a short stature doesn't mean you are a disabled person. Yes. Now, let's continue. It is also important to note that the term dwarfism is considered outdated by many people with the condition, who prefer terms like short stature or little person to describe themselves. So you can't see the person and say, oh, this person is a dwarf. No. This person is a dwarf. No, we don't do that, please. little person or a person of short stature, at least, is a standardized one to describe a person with dwarfism. Now, are there types of dwarfism? Yes, there are types of dwarfism. I'm sure most of us don't know. Broadly, types of dwarfism can be grouped into two. I don't want us to do too much academics. So we have the proportionate dwarfism and the disproportionate dwarfism. In proportionate dwarfism, the body parts are all proportionate to each other. So you see the hands are okay, the head is of a normal size, the legs are. When you see the person, you ask yourself, oh, this person is just short, but the person don't have achondroplasia. In disproportionate dwarfism, this is where the person is smaller in size, the head is kind of oversized, the limbs or torso are shorter than the normal with other body parts. You get it? So there are over 300 different types of dwarfism under the above categories. So when we talk about proportionate and disproportionate type as dwarfism, we have over 300 categories under them, and these 300 categories have their own symptoms, characteristics, and causes. Hence, the most common types of dwarfism that we will discuss on this channel is the pseudoachondroplasia, achondroplasia itself, and hypoachondroplasia. Now, what is achondroplasia? Catch us up in the next episode. Hello viewers, welcome to our YouTube channel, Doki the Humanitarian. I'm your host, Dorcas Amam Ejewa, a student, a brand influencer, an actress, and an international social worker. On this channel, we'll be learning, discussing, and highlighting on issues revolving around persons with disabilities and persons with dwarfism. We'll also be interviewing people from different nationalities and collating their views, ideas, or perspectives on issues revolving around persons with disabilities and persons with dwarfism in their respective countries. We'll be doing documentaries, showing short videos, going onto the field to collect data, and presenting all data here. You have any case you want us to take on, or you have a project you want to collaborate with us to execute, as far as it is within our target groups, we are always open for it. Disability is not inability, and short stature is not short brain.